Welcome to RSFFL Live. I'm your co-host Robert Harris.
And I'm Quincy Avery.
All right, how you going? Congratulations on yet another win. The team's rolling right now.
Trying our best.
All right. Well, hey, welcome to week 4. All right, week 4 is 3 weeks in. I mean, people are going skyrocketing. People are going down. We'll see what's going to happen this week. First off, as we always do, let's give a shout out to our sponsors. All right.
I'd like to first shout out to Gatorade, G2, low calorie, quenches the thirst.
Next, we're going to shout out to our fine guys at Mountain Dew. All right. Be you. Do your thing. All right.
Let's not forget our good friends over there at the Bisquick department. Muffins, pancakes, anything you need. Betty Crocker for the cakers in the RSFFL.
You gotta have a Betty Crocker for the cakers. All right, then our fine folks over at Mo. All right, you tell me want a burrito, some queso, anything you need, go to Mo. All right.
Definitely.
Well, guys, now back to you. Now, perfect segue. Now, last week has been some controversial trades. I mean, there's a lot of animosity going on in the chat. The biggest trade of the year thus far, we had Boss of All Bosses. We told him that he needed to make some changes. Only God can help him, right? That's what we told him. And, hey, he's been doing some things, some praying, making moves. He had a trade with All Aboard. He traded Aaron Rodgers, number 2 pick in the league, along with Jermichael Finley for Big Ben, Selleck, Crabtree, and Ridley. I know you didn't like the trade. A lot of people didn't like it, but ended up not getting vetoed. You know, Aaron Rodgers didn't really perform. But, we'll see how it works out for him. And Boss of All Bosses has been really busy. All right. He also had a trade with Team Childs, Brady Bunch, the Brady Bunch.
I think he got better with that trade.
Yeah, I think he received Julio Jones and for Steven Jackson and Marcus Colston, 2 guys who've been underachieving big time this year.
They have. I can't be mad at that trade.
That
Jimmy trade.
You're upset about.
It was one of the worst trades in fantasy football history.
History?
It's like the Herschel Walker for all of Minnesota Vikings team. You remember that trade?
Yeah, I remember
that. How bad that trade was. Ruined the Vikings. Ended up with that Cowboys NFL championship run.
Well, with that trade, he obviously made another trade. He just made a trade last night. Now he traded away Julio Jones, Andre Brown, and Crabtree. So some guys he received last week, he traded them for Ben Jarvis Green Ellis, also known as a law firm, for Dwayne Bowe. I mean, I think, you look at the trades now, I mean, law firm and Bowe, those are huge.
Yeah.
Now, he got better, and we'll see how it works out. And also, we had another trade with Albany Piros and ATL Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch got D'Angelo Williams in return for Ben Tate and Jermaine Gresham. So, guys keep, which one makes the league go? Everyone in the league, all the trades, makes the league what it is.
Definitely.
Now, perfect segue on to our next segment.
Let's hop into the Cellar Dwellers.
That seems like our most popular segment right now.
This week in Cellar Dwellers, we got Wham Bam Thank You Cam. In Cam you trust? On the contrary, my friend, in Cam you bust. I don't know what you can do.
Balls.
We're going to pause that. Yeah. Pause that one time. But you got
Jesus Christ.
A bad attitude guy like Cam Newton at the helm of your team. You're not destined for great things. And we can kind of see Wham Bam Thank You Cam taking a turn for the worse. In our other Cellar Dwellers, a dear friend of mine, got a lot of respect for him as a fantasy owner, both in basketball and football, but he's made some desperation moves as of late. He traded away both Julio Jones and Wes Welker. Those are 2 top receivers. Yeah, Brady Bunch. And I think those trades are going to land him here in this segment, the Cellar Dwellers.
He's already been here twice.
He's been here twice.
Right.
I don't see any reason why he won't be in here 9 times. Yeah, he's going to be a repeat offender. Hey. And that's what we got. High Flyer. Okay, let's go. We're going to ride, we got SWAT Kings as our High Flyer.
He was pissed off about our picks last week.
He needs to be pissed off. He's riding the strong lanes of RG3, pause, okay? He's riding that guy. But I just don't know how long that's going to last. Teams are starting to build their scouting reports on RG3. Right. I'm all for it. He's got another great quarterback behind him, and Mike Vick, who's been struggling this year. But I think maybe
he'll probably get going.
I think the tides may turn from him. He may end up having to start using Mike Vick. But nonetheless, he's doing a great job, and I want to tip my cap to you.
All right. That's why Kings, whether you use what we say on this show as fuel for your team.
Yeah.
All right. That's it for the high flyers?
That's all we got for the high flyers.
All right, now we'll move on to our next segment. We'll go to our picks. I mean, last week, congratulations once again. You went 4-1 with your picks last week.
I try and stay on top of my game.
All right, I went 3-2, so you're ahead by one game as we tally up all of our picks. But let's go into our this segment for our games this week. What you got? Starting out.
They say who that versus coaches that. I'm gonna go with they say who that simply because the Cadets have been a little bit on a slide lately. I know he's a formidable fantasy owner. He's really gonna have to show me some things, get going, get the trade back on track. Nothing against him. I just think he's been facing some adversity. Love to see him get himself off of that adversity track.
Yeah, and our next game we're gonna go with Team Wood Pause versus Wham Bam Thank You Cam. And this game here, I mean, Team Wood is struggling. Speaking of struggling, Team Wood is struggling right now. All right, he just got a new quarterback, Ryan Fitzpatrick. All right, he has injuries everywhere. And now I look for Wham Bam to bounce back. He was rolling. I think he's just one bad week, so I'm going with Wham Bam. What about you?
In this game, I'm actually going to go with Team Wood.
Oh, all right.
I'm really, really not feeling the Cam Newton train. I just got to get off it. Team Wood has actually some strong receivers. He has an advantage at all three receiver spots, receiver 1, receiver 2, and the flex position. So, I mean, maybe he can make it happen. Best of luck to you, Team Wood.
All right. In our next game, we have All Aboard versus SWAT Kings. What you think about that one?
I'm going to go the King of SWAT.
All right.
I just don't think the Miami Heat or the RSFFL are going to click this year.
You think it's like the Heat
year one?
Okay.
He went and got all those big names, took advantage of some people. I really don't like that, and I think he's going to end up paying for that.
Well, last year, SWAT Kings had 30 points from Torrey Smith, which is an aggressive guy. Rest in peace to his brother. All right, and then the Bears defense just went off. I mean, he had explosive players. He has AP, CJ Noke, and Jordy Nelson. Now, they could explode, but I think that's the only time he's going to put up numbers when he has explosion for those guys. And I mean, Aaron Rodgers is playing the New Orleans Saints. I mean, if there's anybody I think he wants to play right now, it's the New Orleans Saints at home. So I think Aaron Rodgers is going to show up this week. I'm going All Aboard.
Best of luck to both those guys.
Right.
Hen Dog Susie Smackers versus Albany Pyros.
Right.
Who you got in that game?
I'm going with Hen Dog, man. I think now this is a very interesting game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know Albany Pyros are going 100 point plus every week.
Yeah.
Hen Dog has big time entry to Matthew Stafford and C.J. Spiller, but he has Phillip Rivers. We talked about my old quarterbacks. He has Rivers, and he has some other replacements that I think will replace those guys. Now, the Pyros, on the hand, they're short-handed this week. Reggie Bush is out, or possibly out. Donald Brown, his backup running back, is out. And I look at his bench, and I don't see any replacement for those guys. So I'm going with Hen Dog this week.
You know what? And I'm going to have to go with Hen Dog as well.
Yeah.
I really had planned on going with Albany Pyros, but just as I looked at their decimated roster, he's got a strong running back in Ray Rice. And that number 1 pick, I salute him on that. You got a lot of adverse comments about that. I know the Brady Bunch was talking bad about you at that first pick, but I agree with you, and I'm going to have to go with Hen Dog, C. Smackers, and I wish Albany Pyros the best of luck with their injuries.
All right, yeah, same as me. As well. Now, our next game, let's look at the ATL Brady Bunch versus
like the toilet bowl.
the Boston Bosses. Now, what you got?
Did you guys ever see us predicting the Boston Bosses to win a game?
We never. we said it. He had to score over 75.
And we will still won't predict him to win a game. I'm gonna have to go with ATL Brady Bunch, simply because I've got no faith in the Boston Bosses.
Well, he scored over 75
he scored
points
like 100 last week. He did
ATL Brady Bunch. I mean, you got Thomas Brady, you got Stephen Smith, and you got Vernon Davis.
Mm-hmm.
It's on them. Without them, I don't know what else he has. Now, I'm looking at the Boston Bosses, and I see Michael Turner, Daenerys Moore, Floyd, and the law firm all playing 20 and under defenses at their position. So I think he's going to explode this week. That's my prediction that the team is going to explode. Don't forget he has Dwayne Bowe coming to town. So I'm going with Boston Bosses, man. Hey, you scored over 75. We asked you to. Hey, I'm asking you, man. Help me out here with my picks. All right, boss? I'm going with you, brother.
I really wish him the best. I hope he gets out this snide. I mean, he's definitely built himself a much more reputable team, and we can salute him for that.
Yeah, salute. All right. Now, the last game, we're going to Houston Hustlers versus Grounded Pound. Now, I think this is my game of the week. All right. I mean, you got the Houston Hustlers, who's leading the league in points, right now. I mean, he doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime. All right, and then grounded pound. I mean, the last 2 weeks, you're number 2 in points. The last 2 weeks. I mean, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a battle. But, you know, can the Houston Hustlers continue this for week after week? I don't know. I'm going with going grounded pound this week. I mean, it looks like you're on the up. I mean, Houston Hustlers is up too, but I think you're rising right now. I'm looking at your roster, and I honestly don't see a weakness. I mean, you know, and so when you don't have a weakness on your team, I feel like you can pick up each other. So I'm going ground and pound with that game. All right, that goes with our picks for this week, and we have a new segment this week, bologna or filet.
Bologna or filet.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with my first filet, okay? Nice. You know, a team that may not be doing so well, maybe under 500 team, but got a little sizzle to them, a little more meat than you're showing.
And pause again. Nice. I haven't seen any meat. All right.
I'm going to have to go with the Houston Hustlers. They're just a better team than record represents. You know, they just score points. They score. They've faced some teams who just came out and just did their thing. So I really think you guys are filet, even though your record doesn't show it.
I'm going with for my under 500 team that I think can possibly be filet. I'm going Hen-Dog Sushi Smackers. I mean, we're looking at the defending champions of the league. Obviously, he knows how to win. That's it. I mean, that's just been proven. Okay, he's the only person in the league to say he have a ring in the RSFFL. He lost to the number 3 team in the league and all aboard. Mm-hmm. All right, we'll get to that later. Congratulations, I spilled the beans. And he also scored over 100 the last 2 weeks, but lost because of with Torrey Smith's performance.
Okay,
I'm going with Hen-Dog as being his roster. You still have question marks, but Hen-Dog, I think he's gonna get it done with his, you know, as long as he's been in the league, his veteran, him being a veteran.
And who do you got as your bologna?
So our bologna, you know, we're looking at teams over 500. I'm going with the SWAT Kings, man. And like once again, I'm not saying the SWAT teams is terrible, but his team is just so inconsistent from top to bottom. You know, I mean, he has great players, but I mean, Michael Vick, what's he doing? CJ 2K. He's here, CJ 0K. Adrian Peterson, I mean, he had a great first game, but, you know, he's been kind of pedestrian the last couple weeks. I mean, you got Jordy Nelson. Has anybody seen him?
Where is Jordy Nelson? And
like I said, with Michael Vick, I mean, he has star players that just aren't performing. You can't just depend on 30 points from Torrey Smith and the Bears defense. So I'm thinking my filet of teams are over 500. My bologna is SWAT Kings. My bologna.
I'm going with Wham Bam. Thank you, Cam.
Oh man, you just hopped on top of the league last week.
He would I really, but his quarterback played. And that 67-point performance, those don't just come out of nowhere. You know, you don't just throw a stink bomb out there like that with no real reason. I think he has some serious question marks and some problems that he needs to address on his team.
All right, well, there you have it, guys. That's our bologna or filet segment. And now we'll go into our last segment. We're going to, the poll, all right? The numbers are in, mm-hmm. All right? We have our first ever RSFFL Rock Stars, all right, for this year.
The Rock Stars.
And, I mean, I think the league is a lot of parity right now in the league. Yeah. There's a lot of parity. As you're going to see, a lot of teams got first-place votes. Okay. All right, and starting at number 5, we actually have a tie. But number 5, we got Wham Bam, thank you, Cam, and the Houston Hustlers. I mean, the team is under 500. He got 2 first-place votes. He's 1 and 2, but got 2 first-place votes out of 10 teams that have voted. All right, and Wham Bam got 1. Number 4, Ground and Pound. Congratulations once again.
Thanks.
Coming in number 4. You didn't have any first place votes, but you had a lot of. I mean, you're obviously your number 4 team in the league right now, according to everyone. Number 3, All Aboard. I said it earlier, and then he actually had the most first place votes, but he's the number 3 team in the league. He had 4 first place votes, but he comes in at number 3. Number 2, we got They Say Who That.
Who that?
I mean, he's rolling. I mean, what can I say? He got 2 first place votes, and the number 1 team in the league right now, according to the RSFFL Rock Stars. We got the Albany Piros right now.
Salute to that.
He scored over 100 every weekend. I mean, I think close to 110 plus every week. He's just the model of consistency. But, you know, this week, we both picked him to lose. So I don't know how long we'll be there. So we'll see. But that's all we have for you today, guys.
Thanks for coming out.
Appreciate it. Thanks to all of our sponsors again. You know, G2, Mountain Dew, Bisquick, fine folks over at Moe's.
Welcome to Moe's!
Next week, we look forward to having some coaches interviews to get some guys in here and to see how the actual coaches are feeling. But other than that, man, good luck, guys. Everyone except the guy playing me.
And then me as well.
All right, take care.
Have a good one.